Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette. Welcome to my studio. I am really thrilled you're here today. I'm very excited about today's little project, and I have lots of things to share with you that I've already made that you didn't either see completely finished or, well, I guess they were in progress. Some things just need a little finish up and, or maybe I had to completely make it. I'm not sure which. So what I plan to do in my videos is just share things as well as a project, but also to share things I've already made when I was off camera. That way you get to see some of the goodies and maybe get some ideas, because you really don't need tutorials on all this stuff. And a lot of times there are tutorials by others. It's just how I decorate it. And that's kind of what I, want to share. So I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome. We're thrilled to have you here. Join our little online family, our YouTube family. And I also want to say thank you, a big, huge, giant thank you to each and every one of you who said prayers for me, sent out good thoughts into the universe, and just wish me well. I believe I've gotten better because of all of that. I believe in the power of prayer as well as the power of positive thinking. So thank you, everyone. Doing better every day. I have my good and bad days, but mostly good days now, so we're going to try to stay on track with that. Having a great time playing in my studio, so I thought I'd share some of that with you today. This is the project we're going to be working on. It is a 6-pocket flip down, and we're going to be going, and I know you've seen these before, but I'll explain about those in a minute. And then I just put some pretties out to give us something pretty to look at. So I'm going to move this aside, and we'll start on that in a minute. I'm going to take all these pretties off. These are all by Claudia at Timeless Crochet for You. She made these beautiful pieces, and I may be using some today, so I'll just leave them off to the side. And these are my pretty papers that I am going to be showing you a project I'm doing. But before I do that, I want to share some pieces with you that I finished the other day. This is one of them. You saw this on Friday's video, and this was the junk mail envelope that we turned into a beautiful little happy mail. Isn't that gorgeous? I finally finished it. It has this pretty little bow, which you saw me make on camera. I'm not all that excited about it. I don't know. I won't worry about it. It'll be okay. It just needs to be stretched out a bit. So here it is all done. I added some lace, which you didn't see on camera. I did double layers of lace on the back. I did cover this because it was thin from opening it and I was worried. And then I covered this. This was the lace paper from Carrie the Crafter. And I added it was a 3-page letter, a vintage letter that was a digital. And I'm not sure who this was by. I've been collecting these for a while. So if you really need to know, ask me in the comments and I'll see if I can dig up the name of the Etsy shop I got it from. But I did all my aging, so it's all ready to go. It would be great to be written on the other side. But it's a nice filler and it makes a nice gift for someone who is also a journal maker or crafter and they would use it. I just love how this came out. I am so in love with it. And I have ideas for more. So if this particular project interests you, let me know and I'll do some more on camera. Otherwise, I guess I could just do them off camera and then show you later, what they look like. Okay, so we'll set that aside, that one. Then I had showed you that I wanted to finish these and I finally did. I did stitch around this one. I can't say I'm excited about the stitching. I don't think it adds anything one way or the other. But here they are all completed. Aren't these lovely ladies? I don't know where the middle is, so I'm going to go right there. I think that's probably the middle. You could see. Aren't they beautiful? This has a little bit of sparkle on the, what did I use? Netting. I used some netting. And it's got little sparkles. And then this is, over here is some embossed paper, little bits of tickets and paper, little bits of vintage laces again, tickets, and again, embossed papers. Some of this has some nice sparkle in it, fabric. This is, I love this. I went through all my laces and trims and found something that I thought would look good with the Roaring 20s. And again, bits of pieces of everything. This is to go into a specific project that I have. I don't think any of these are going into my shop. They're specifically for a project. So It's one of my favorites right here. I just love this. And then, again, this is some paper bag that I embossed. And then again, more vintage laces and bits and pieces. And again, another 1920s type of girl. And there's this one. And there is a video on how to make these. One of my videos I do have. So I just want to show you what they look like. They're all the bag on the back. You could write on them. I just sewed on one and I wasn't excited, so I didn't do any more. So here they are, all done and completed. I wanted to share that. And then I think I showed you, I was making this one on camera and hadn't finished it. So I did add little bits and pieces. I did do some stamping on it. It does have a lovely little card on it. This is all from Jolene's Kit at A Jewel Design. This is a paper bag. It's the accordion fold, as you could see. And here's another. I used this as a flag and a topper at the same time. Did a little work here, put a number there. This is one of her fold over journaling cards. And I added the tag and all the goodies on that, some vintage book page. So those are what goes inside of this bag. I think I only got as far as starting the bag, but I didn't get very far on finish. I have to kind of bend the little, hello, I can do this, a little topper down. Here we go. Put that in there. Hands are still not as firm as I'd like. It's my medication. Alrighty, so there we go. Isn't that adorable? Look what you can do. I love paper bags. I've been doing paper bags forever and I just love them. Now, this is one that I did not do on camera. And it is made just from folding over a paper bag, just like that. I cut off the end and folded over, creating a pocket here. I left a writing space there and a pocket here and put a card in it. There are a bunch of little cards here for you to write on, journaling cards, and this one's permanent. It doesn't come out. This is to stay in there. It's been stamped on. I love the cover on this. To me, this is very early fall, late summer, early fall. I always think of these as an August type of flower. And then I have a nice little coin envelope with a couple little tags in it. So plenty of writing space in this. This makes a nice little gift, I think, or just a fun thing. Then I did a 3-fold tag and I added a little cigar band to it. Fits really well. See if I can, there we go, sorry. I made this little cigar band for it to keep it closed, and here it is all decorated, and you can write on the inside. Isn't this lovely? I just love it. This is probably one of my favorite pieces I've made in a long time. It's very sort of fall, botanical, floral, shabby, everything. So anyway, this is one of my new favorites. Oh, and here's the back. Isn't that adorable? I won't tie the string on it right now. It'll just take too long. But I love this. I love how it came out. And again, this is with her, one of her botanical kits that she has out. I know she has a lot. She's very prolific. But it is how she pays her bills. So it's really important that, you know, I help her out with this. Then I have a really quick Etsy share with you, for some things that I picked up that I know you might be interested in, or I thought you might be interested in. These are from MK Maz, Mary Kay. I got some pink lace, which you know I use, and I got some more of these whale tails because I don't have it. I wanted Tim Holtz and Edith Holden. So now I can add them to my little collection. So I have plenty. I won't ever need, well, I shouldn't say won't ever, but I don't think I'll need for a very long time any of the whale tails. I think we're good now. So I've got some in everything, and I think that'll work really well for me. So that was MK Maz. That was a quick little Etsy share. Then from Miss Amy at Crafty Cat USA, I wanted to share, this was my order. Oh, whoops, hold on, before I do that, 1 second. This also came from Mary Kay, and she doesn't have them anymore. I looked in her shop. These are black and white pages from, it looks like some kind of a dictionary or book. Oh my gosh, I love these in the sepia tones, and these are naturally aged. These are not copies, these are originals. Beautiful. You got to check out her shop. She has so many things. I had to go shopping again. Oh dear. Bought some more stuff. I'm sure that'll be in my next order. Then from Miss Crafty Cat USA, Miss Amy, I ordered her, she's been doing so many cute, fun, quirky projects with stencils that she made. And so I ordered this one because she's doing these cute little art dolls, paper art dolls. And, oh, she gave me a face. Yay, I love that, Amy. Thank you. Oh, I love all these little goodies. Oh, and I'll use the 7. I don't want to take it out, and a 2. Oh, fabulous. So she sent me some goodies. Oh, I love this. So she's using these art faces on these art dolls. Now, I desperately want to do some for my collage books. I want to get back to my collaging and stuff. But I bought, let's see, I don't know what to put this on so you can see it. Hold on one sec. I want something that will make it stand out. Let me see if I've got, oh, I didn't even have to get up. I just, right next to me, silly girl. Oh, look at these. Are these not cute? Oh, they're adorable. Here, I'm going to move this paper because I think it's distracting. Yeah, there we go. So these fun artsy faces, I ordered those and I'm planning to do some projects with them. I promise, Amy, I will get to it. My list is so long, but it's really bugging me because I'm going to try to go back to the weekends of doing my artsy things on the weekends and then my shabby, you know, stuff during the week. So anyway, I ordered that. And I have been buying stencils from her. I love her stencils. They're nice and thick. They don't rip easily. If you go to her shop and you don't see something, oh, yeah, well, okay. I don't want to struggle on camera. So if you see something that you want and she doesn't have it, ask her. Now, as a thank you, she sent me this beautiful, oh, she knows the faces I love. I love retro faces, especially the ones that remind me of Disney princesses. Oh my gosh, I have projects in mind for every one of these. I want you to know. In fact, I have some really cool projects in mind, which I'll share with you guys. If you're interested in seeing it on camera, let me know. If not, I'll just show you later. But look at this. Oh, I love her. Thank you, Amy. You couldn't have picked anything better for me. This is a fabulous digital. Love the dots. I've been doing a lot of stenciling lately, so on all my projects. So thank you. And then she sent me some cute little goodies to go with it. Thank you, Amy. Those will go in my ephemera box and they'll get used. I use everything. I'm going to try to put them back in here. In fact, I'm giving Amy her own little, she's getting her own envelope for all of her digitals. I mean, her digitals. I have them for her digitals too. For her stencils. I'm just so excited. I'm like talking 100 miles an hour. So these are some of the others that I got from Amy as well. Those are some of the ones she has in her shop. And if she doesn't have the one you want, you can just, oh, I love this. She's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love. So if she doesn't have it, you see something you like, say I saw it on Laurette's video. If you don't know the name, I don't know the name of them, but she usually has a good selection in her shop, but if there's something you want, you know, then this one as well. Oh my gosh, I have projects for all these. Oh, I just have some fun things. And they're very mixed media. You know, I love mixed media. That's kind of my start in all this paper crafting, was the mixed media. I also got lines from her, all the different lines that you can use on the back of your cards and things. She has these are fabulous. And I have hearts in a couple of sizes that I got. I think that's all. I think I got some others. I think I got the black ones too, but I don't have them right here. So I cannot wait to get going with these. I'm super duper excited. So they are going to get into their own little, I'll leave that one out because it's got to get back in its things. I don't want them to get ripped. Things tend to get ripped. So, Amy, there you are. You have your own folder for your stencils. So I can find them and they stay in good shape. I try to be a good stencil mom, but still things happen, you know. All right. So thank you, Amy at Crafty Cat. Love, love, love. All right. Move those onto my desk so nothing happens to them. I don't think I need, well, I'll just leave that on there for a minute. Then I'm checking all my piles. My final purchase is from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And she's in Italy, and I waited quite a while for these, but I say she was very, very quick. It's not because of hers. It's going through customs. But I got these documents and things that are originals. They are not copies. These are originals, and she sells kits in her shop. And these are her, I probably should have bought more. I'm kicking myself. I didn't know how they would be. These are promissory notes and bank checks. And oh, and they're very fragile. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Oh, I love these, Rachel. These are stunning. Oh, I'm so glad I bought them. I wish I'd bought more. I'll have to see if you have any left in your shop. The shipping's a bit pricey, but I don't care. Just to get a piece of history and something so old. I mean, let's see what year. I'm looking here. See if there's a year. 1937, 1956. Oh, these aren't that old, but they're still old. I mean, they're not new. Looking for a date on here, 1956. Oh, I was hoping for some older ones, but that's okay. 1968. Oh, what's this one? This is looks like a bank check. 1966. This is a good one, 1956. 1942. Oh, that's a good one. I have a thing for old. 1971. Okay. So anyway, I don't care. They're still from Italy, and we don't have these things here. They don't exist here, so I'm super duper duper excited to get them. I love this little belly band that she created for them. I think her mother-in-law helps her put these together, and I just love that. Love, love, love it. Makes me think about me and my mom. My daughter and I, and what we do. I miss my mom, so... My mother-in-law too. She and I were pretty close, and are very close, and I think if I asked her to help me with my business, she would, because she was that kind of lady. So I miss them both very much. We lost my mother-in-law just before my dad, so a few months before him. These are documents. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Oh, looks like she sent me an extra set. Thank you, thank you. As a thank you. Or maybe I ordered them both. I don't know, but I love them. These are old vintage documents. What year are these? Let's see if we can find a year on any of these. 1934, 1937. Oh, they're so old. Because I don't think they would have existed way back when. I don't know what year this one is. 1954. I love old things. You guys know that. 1956. It's older than me. 1941. Oh, love, love, love. What's this one? 1954. Oh, look at these. Aren't these gorgeous? They're just stunning. They're a piece of art. 1942. Look at that. Oh my goodness. 1938. I love that. 1951. 1956. Wow. Thank you, Rachel. These are stunning. Thank you for sharing your stash with me. Wonderful. I'm so glad you put them for sale. If I do order more of those others, I'll probably order some more documents too. Wondering what I'm going to do with them? Oh, all kinds of projects. You know. I also love doing European style things, and so it doesn't mean I've been wanting to do some more things with her digitals and things, and her digitals and all of her goodies will look fabulous with all of this. I'm just going to set this aside. I'm not going to try to get them back in their bag. I just need to be careful I don't rip them. Okay, I now have a huge pile next to my desk. Put that away. And now we're ready to get busy. So what we're going to work on today is this wonderful 6-pocket flip down. Now, I just stuck these little envelopes in there just to give it some interest. And you've all seen these made by everybody. Lori Fusco, Lori Girl on the Ridge, Gail, G. Kerr. But when I saw these were made by Tanya at Teddy Treasures, and she covered the flap, which I had not seen done before. So this is a full down piece that is perfect for journals to tuck in or to tuck in pockets. So that's what these are. I spent some time covering these. These are 3 inches wide. And then these were the offcuts from when I cut these. So these were the pieces were the offcuts, and I just made them into some little, but I wanted them for projects like this. I didn't want them plain, and they're not going to be used. Well, this one might be if I want to do, like a little triple thing. I might do something like that, on something, but they were actually made to tuck into goodies. And for those of you who haven't seen them, I did grab a few scraps. They're not exactly. They're a little bit smaller than the 3 inchers. So what Tanya did is she just went like this. And then she carefully folded them into the middle. You guys have all seen this, I know. But for those of you who might be new and haven't, I just heard my husband start my car and it sounded like it's having some issues with the battery. I haven't been driving, so it's just sitting. And then the way I do it is I do the first fold down, and then I fold the rest up to meet it. And I kind of do it in, oh, maybe thirds. This one's going to be tall. So if I don't want it so tall, I could do it a little bit smaller and then just fold it more times to get it up there. But sometimes that just doesn't work for me, I got to tell you. So we'll do it that way. This one's going to have a lot of folds. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I'm super successful with these. This one I'm not. Anyway, you get the idea. I don't think I'll make any more. I think I have enough for that. That one may become something else because it was just giving me fits here. Let me see something. I will not give up. This is normally how I do it. I just kind of fold it along with the flap. And then, you know, fold it up. Why is this not working for me today? I don't know. You know, you have days where you're so successful. Like, these all came together so easy. And today it's like so not happening. But, I don't know. Maybe that one's just extra long and that was what's driving me. I don't know. That was weird. I had no trouble yesterday. I flipped through those in like 2 minutes. I had like all of them made. Let's try this again. I'm bound and determined, you know? I'm like just determined. My spatial awareness isn't great today, apparently. Ay. Okay, well, anyway. You get the idea. And then how I just wanted to show you how she did this. She, gosh, your friend here is struggling. I was so excited to make this video. I am a bit dizzy today. I feel like I have a bit of a migraine coming on, so maybe that's what's messing with me, my spatial awareness. So I've been really good. I haven't had any lately. I've been, knock on wood, I've been doing really well. Okay. So what she did was she turned it over and then she laid it to where this flat edge is lined up with the paper up here. I'm going to get some glue stick. Do I have a glue paper? I probably should, since I am going to be doing some gluing today, right? I should have some paper we can glue on. Well, I hope you're all well and having a great time, maybe doing a little crafting. This is a fun thing to make. So once I get going here, you might want to turn off your camera and go get some paper and make one with me. I'll show you how I did it. I'm gonna stick my head in here just a little bit. Let's try this again. So we're gonna go like that. Like that. Okay. So brand new glue stick. Boy, I've been racing through glue sticks lately. Whoa-wee. Crazy. Not just glue sticks, but everything. I mean, all kinds of glue. I guess you got to figure out what's your easiest way to see this. Because you want it, glue it down right up to the very edge. I mean, this isn't anything. This isn't rocket science here. Anybody can figure this out. I just want to show you how she and I did it, and I really like it. And then one thing I forgot to do, I want to glue those down. You could leave them to where they will open so you could write up there, but I find them to be a nuisance, so I just went like that. And let's see if I did this right or if I did it backwards. Haha. Try not to cut into the envelope if you can help it, the envelope flap. And I just took a piece of scrap paper. There you go. And it's covered and all ready to use. You can add whatever you want to it. Trim this a little better since I did such a bad job of folding it. There we go. And you have yourself a pretty little envelope that's ready to go. And you just can decorate it with a little, put a little card on it or a little bow or a little flower, you know. Or a little, oh, I know it'd be cute on there. Tiny little butterfly. Where did I put my dish of butterflies? Now I had everything next to me. There we go. I cut some new butterflies that are tinier yesterday. There we go. Cute, right? Just put a little butterfly on the corner there and you're ready to go. Okay, so we're probably going to use those today, so I can put those on my desk. So here we go. Got a little lesson in that. Not that that was difficult, but I thought I would share it with you anyway. All right, now this lovely, I'm in love with this. It looks more difficult than it is. And these are all pockets. Now it depends on the size of the paper that you use. All these are open. This one measures 6.5 by 5 1/4. So you could make the paper a little bit smaller and make it smaller, or you can make it larger and make it a full standalone piece. It kind of just depends what you want to do with it. So I got my papers and I cut off all the white parts, and so that made my paper 10.5 by 8. So one thing you want to do though, because these need to be pretty precise, you want to make sure you cut them all together so they're exactly the same, and you want to take and score at 1/2 inch and do them all together if you can, or be very, very careful because that is going to make a difference in how your papers look. And we'll see if I did it right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to fold that score line. And we're going to burnish it down really good. And we're going to set it aside. Now we're going to take the next one. And we're going to... I wanted to make 2 of these, so I figured I would do one on camera. Set it aside, and then we're going to take the next one. Let's see, did that actually go to the score line? It did, okay. And the score is a 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. If you want it to be a little more narrow, cut some off the end of your paper. That'll make it more narrow. You could cut it in half and make it even more narrow, but it gets very difficult to fold, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to take the end of the paper that doesn't have the fold, and you want to line it up. And I'm gonna stick my head in here a little bit because I really have to see this. You want to take it to the very, very edge. You also want to make sure the sides are lined up. This is where it needs to be a little more precision. Don't slap it together. Now, I want my sides to be clean. I don't want, you could, I've seen it done where you put this in there, but I don't want to see that flap because you will see it. So I make sure I go right to the edge and I fold it. Okay, so I'm going to do that with this one. And you're going to fold it to the edge that's turned down. I'm going to stick my head in here. I have to because these glasses will not let me do it far away. If I didn't do a good job cutting, I'm going to see it for sure. But I can trim it up a little. Did I? Oh, see? If you're happy with it, burnish it down hard. One more. Gotta get it right to that edge. Whew. Okay, there we go. Right to the edge, which is what you want to see. Then you pick your line up. You have to decide. I'm trying to figure out if there's a right side up. Yep, there is. Well, kind of, sort of. All right. Yep, I want that to show. So what I did was I have this folded edge as my front, because what's going to happen is when you line these up, you're going to see the finished edge. I don't know if that makes sense. All right. And it's going to go like that. So those are going to be my 3. But before I do anything, I am going to glue this down. So I'm going to go... Oh. You know, I checked this, but I guess it decided to close itself. Just on the very tip. I got a wiper. Because I'm sure, I'm just going to leave that out because I'm sure I'll have to use it again. It's very warm today. It's in the 80s. We're having about pretty consistent high 70s, low 80 weather. It's perfect. But this room gets hot. I have had the air on this morning already. Okay. And as you can see, you really can't tell. No seam. You don't want to see a seam. That's the goal. If you want a nice clean finish. If you don't care, you could wrap it around. But you'll see in a minute why I'm not. And my air conditioner is coming back on. Yay! I love how hot this room gets now. My allergies, I don't know about you guys, but my summer allergies, which I don't usually have anymore by now, are still killing me because we are getting the cool and the warm weather. Cool at night, warm in the day, not complaining, but my sinuses don't like it so much. So the rest of me is thrilled with it because then I could sleep at night because it's not so hot. Okay, so we want the side that has the fold is going to be my top. These are my 3 tops. Now, you have to decide how big you want your pocket in the front. You want to have enough pocket to decorate. You have to decide, do you want a lot of pocket showing or do you just want a little bit? So that when you flip it down, you know, you have work, but when it's closed, wasn't that so pretty? So then what we're going to do, I'm going to line them up. I'm going to take this. I'm going to hold it very carefully, make sure they stay lined up before you push down. Okay. You don't burnish it till you're absolutely sure you have everything where you want it. This is the tricky part. I think on this one, pushing it up a little bit more because I want to have a little more in the front. But you got to hold it with both hands. Make sure you take your fingers and line it up. And then I'm going to hold it down. And this is a hard burnish. Push down hard. Don't break your paper though. Then go and do your next layer. Keep holding on and do your next layer. There we go. Then I'm going to pull that out because I want to make sure that gets good and hard. Because it'll go back in easily now, so you don't have to worry about holding it anymore. And then, okay, so there you go. So now what I did with this one is I ran this on my sewing machine. So you would open it up here, and or you can hand stitch it in, or you can glue. You can take your glue and run it along each seam, push it in there tight, glue it, and then use some kind of a clip or paper clip to hold it down while it dries. You can do it any way you want. Hand stitch, you can, I don't know about hand stitching. Honestly, I would either glue or I would machine stitch, because you don't want bulk in here at all, or it won't close. It won't stay closed. Now, the best way to keep it closed, of course, is with a pretty paper clip or some kind of, journal jewelry, something like that. But it stays closed pretty good. So there you have it. Now, the next thing I would do for this, before I stitch, I would take your corner rounder, whatever you use for your corners, and I would, now this corner here has about 4, I would go ahead and do all your corners and round them if you like that look. If you don't, if you just like the square look, you can. Okay, so there's the first one. And I'll take this one, do the same thing again. Just checking my time there. I have a little bit of time. I don't have too much. We're not going to get a lot done today, but I wanted to share all my goodies with you. That was the main goal. And also show you a new project that I was working on. Oh, good. I did them all. Okay. You'll notice what I did was I did a darker one, a lighter one, a little bit darker in color, so that I have some variation. I tried not to use all the same color, all beige background or all white or all pink, because I wanted to see some variation in my pockets. And this one, unfortunately, is double. I've tried a couple different things, and there's no way to do it that I'm aware of anyway, to where every single one is completely different. Unless you have a paper that's two-sided, or yeah, I guess you could. Might be fun to do it all on coffee dyed paper and then just do a ton of decorating, but I honestly did not want to do any gluing on the pages. I just didn't want to have to glue front and back. I wanted to use paper that already, had a print on it. You could do a two-sided paper, might work really well. I'm in love with my new, oh my gosh, I love this so much, this new Victorian Velvet Oxide. My new fave, my new fave. So if you don't want to see the white, which you do see a little bit, this is the time to do that before you stitch it all in. I would absolutely do it now. I would open your little page and maybe go in between so you don't see the white, unless you're using a two-sided paper. Now, if you wanted these even bigger, I would recommend using a 12 by 12 paper pad. You could have a blast with it doing that. You could come up with some real cool projects with that. In fact, I have an idea. I may try. So this is not my original idea. I did see this by G. Kerr. And I don't think it was her original idea either. I think she saw it on Pinterest or someplace. So we all borrow from each other, And then we make it our own. I don't think she did any corners, and she used just plain paper. I think she just used coffee dyed paper, whereas I used digital, but this would be fabulous in scrapbook paper. Oh my gosh. So if you ladies have scrapbook paper or coffee dyed paper, any kind of paper, any kind of junk paper, it doesn't matter. You could make it very grungy. I mean, there's a lot you could do with this, So one thing I would do is I would ink front and back. I would do all your little bits and pieces, because everything shows, on this. So if you're going to ink, if that's your thing and you ink, do it now and do everything. Maybe even, get between if you can. I'll do a better job later. I'm just giving you an idea of what it's going to look like right now. Ooh, I forgot the corners here. That's a two-hander because there's 4 layers right there. So I don't have very much strength. All right, so I've sewn all my life. I always had really strong hands. But man, as you get older, that arthritis gets you. Arthritis and tendonitis and all that good stuff that happens as you wear your hands out as a young person. This would be great on double-sided paper too. It would be really cute. But I think you just wouldn't see the inside much. That'll probably be a big waste. And I think it looks just as pretty. Or printed on pink paper if you have pink paper or something that has, or just plain cardstock would be cute. So there you go. You have your basis for your project. So now I'm going to set this aside because I am going to stitch this on my machine. So I'm not going to do that right now, but I would like to do some decorating. I have pulled all kinds of cutie things to use. I have all kinds of images. I have words. I have cards. I'm just going to move some things on my desk that I don't need right now because I just think it's cluttering it up and making it harder for me to find what I need. What I want is I want some kind of a word or an image in the front that I think goes well with it. That's too big. Maybe a little heart. I think that would be, I think this might be too big. I had all these cut out. I've used them all. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use any today, so I'll just do a quick fussy cut. It doesn't take me an hour to fussy cut, so unless I'm trying to use gigantic scissors. That might be a problem. So, as for news and chat, Mr. Toby was at the vet all day. He is doing okay. He has hyperthyroidism and a form of anemia that is a form of, they feel might be a form of kitty cancer, but he said what it was a rare thing. So we're trying to build up his blood a little. He's not anemic like iron deficient. It's a different kind. And so he needs special diet, the works. He's on new medication. We'll see how that does, if that does anything for him, you know. I'm looking at all my goodies. I want a word on the front. I like the word gratitude. Generosity is cute. These are all G. Kerr's. I'm just looking to see what she has here in my little stash. I'm undecided because there's so many things I could use. You know, I love all this stuff. So I have some things that are... I may get nothing done today because I'm fussing around here. Life is beautiful. Yes, it is. I like that. Cutting out a couple things I could use, not just on one place, but multiple places, you know. Yeah, G. Kerr is Happiness and Crafting, for those of you who don't know. Okay, I'm pulling out things I think I can use. Sorry, my fingers are full of goo. They're full of goo. Let's see. I did do a lot of pre-cutting. I mean, it's not like I didn't. I just saw a couple of other things. So I am thinking, it's just like a hair, but I think I could get away with it. And then put like a word there or a phrase or like be humble. I think I want to use words on this. Laugh. No, be humble. Take out some of the bigger pieces so I can see the smaller ones. I did a lot of fussy cutting last night. Man. My poor little thumb was killing me when I was done. Wish is pretty. I like that. I'm looking to see if there's anything I like better. Embrace. I mean, I'm going to use probably all of these. Cherish today. Yeah, I like that. I think what's bugging me is that white. I guess I could, let's see if I can. Whoa. Yes, you can. Okay. I had a bit more ink on there than I thought. So Toby's hanging in there. He's on new meds, but if this does not work, he is miserable. His fur's falling out. He's got a lot of other problems, so I think the vet says if it doesn't work, there's nothing we can do for him, and we may have to let him go. So that's where we're at for that. Hubby had his second shot. He's doing fabulous. Absolutely no side effects except his arm's killing him. But other than that, he's okay. Doesn't hurt to move it, but it does hurt him when he touches it or bumps it on something. So he's not the best patient in the world. So he's a little crappy, but not horrific, you know. He's been worse. So he's good. Very good. And I'm fine, so we're all good. Things are great. Jolene's been producing lots of new kits for A Jewel Design. That's my daughter, for those of you who don't know. She has a shop called A Jewel Design. We share the shop together. I show my physical work in there, and she does her digital work in there. So she does have a new kit, and well, she has 2 new fall. The black and white. Oh, what else does she have? Oh, she has some really cool pieces that I'll be sharing with you in another video. It'll be an additional video I'm doing for her channel and stuff, but it'll also show on my YouTube. Too big. For labels. Oh, she came out with these awesome new labels that don't look like anything you've seen. So I think you'll really like those. They're not something that, you know, you've seen like a million times already and you're like, well, I mean, labels are labels. You can only do so much, but they came out really well. So I'll be showing those in a separate video, and probably her newest kits. So watch for that. She's on vacation. She'll be on vacation when this airs. So that's the reason I'll be doing her share for her, because she's not here to do it herself. I got a bunch of deliveries coming today. I don't know, ladies. Do we think this is too big? I'm thinking it just kind of takes over the whole thing and you don't see the pretties. I'm stumped. Why am I stumped? I never get stumped. This is crazy. Okay. Well, maybe we'll try something else. You know, when it doesn't go, you just have all these pretties here too. That's my problem. I have so many beautiful, I have so many beautiful things that it's hard to pick. Oh, I love that. So maybe that with a word. And then maybe checking my words. Checking my words. I want a short word. That's the problem. These are all really long words. And I want a short word. I've gone back to cherish today like 20 times. You think maybe that's it? I guess it is. What do I always say? The first one's the right thing. I feel like I want some white behind that. I don't know why. I just feel like it's too dark. Guess what I didn't bring over here, though? My lace box. Let's get the lace box. I'm going to run out of time. I'm not even going to get this decorated today. I have about 8 minutes. Goodness gracious. What if we put a piece of lace? Too much. That was too much. Okay. I want something behind that. But nothing like terribly dark. So I don't want to get rid of the roses. I want to see that. So I think this might work. This is left over from that project I did that I showed you. Okay. Then I'll decorate up each one of those. I may have to come back and just do a video on this, because it seems like whenever I do shares with my projects, I don't get the project done. I just get the share done. But the whole point of the video really was to share the things that I'd already made, because I have no one else to show them to except for my daughter. So my husband's great, but you know, it's nice, honey. That's nice, honey. At least he's kind and says that. Doesn't say, ugh, what are you doing? Believe it or not, it's too busy with that. All right, well. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I want it to be white, but I don't want it to be in your face. Okay, let's do a little Fabri-Tac here. I have to figure out where this is going. I figure what this is going. So let's put this on first. Of course, now I'm getting in the groove. And we're at the hour mark almost. Well, actually, oops, hold on. Okay. I think I missed this piece. It takes me a little bit to get into my creating groove. It isn't a quick thing for me. It just isn't. Oops, wrong glue. Oh, I kind of like that at an angle. That's really pretty. That's different. Cherish today. Picks up this other side as well. Oh, we'll have to be Fabri-Tac on this. We won't make it horrendously, just a little curve. Just a little curve. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so we'll add some little lace and some sparkles to this. It'll either be, we might do some, let's see. Oh, okay, that's not sticking. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, I didn't get any glue under there. Well, my goodness, that was not good. Or not as much as I needed. Wow, I got glue everywhere. Put on my mat. This mat I don't care about. This mat I do. There you go. So now what I could do would be to go up the line, and on every, could do it like this. I think this might be a little gratitude or an uplifting kind of a, you know, maybe every other one like this. Something like that, maybe. Like that. Put a little lace or something behind it, and then open it up and decorate each layer. And I think that's probably what I'll do. But I wanted to give you the basics for this so that you could, you know, put it together. And then if you want to wait and see how I decorate it, you know, I could come back and decorate this in another video. You know what? Maybe I'll do a part 2. I'll do part 1 and part 2, because I think that it's worth exploring and all the pretties you could put on it and then what you could put in it. And so right now we've barely even scratched this. So I think I'll cut it off right here. And then we'll watch for part 2, and maybe I'll play them both in the same day. That way you can, you know, watch part 1 and all the other goodies and then come back and watch part 2. That way you could see how to fill them and all the goodies you could put in them and what you could do with them. I think we'll do that because there are some fun things you can put inside that I thought about doing on video too. So since I'm going to make them anyway, I think it would be, you know, a really good idea to do it that way. So, all right, you guys, thank you for watching today. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all of your wonderful, kind words and prayers and thoughts. And welcome, welcome to those who are new. So I will see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.